Hello and welcome back to my tarot corner. Now this spread is about Harry's declaration that he is so much happier now since he left the royal family. Now he might mean regard to or he might regard to the time that he was in the royal family before. After he married Meghan, when she made his life hell, but he might also refer to earlier on. I don't know. So I'm going to check that, and I'm going to do a 5-card spread and then see the underlying energy, and then take an oracle card from this beautiful heart and soul oracle deck that is very hard to shuffle, but very, very beautiful, with very beautiful messages in it. And this deck is the chakra wisdom tarot, which goes with the chakra wisdom oracle, but I still thought that that the heart and soul will be more fitting here. So let's see, is Harry a lot happier than he was before he married, before he left the royal family? So first, I'm cleaning the deck. Now I'm asking the question, is Harry a lot happier since he left the royal family? Is Harry a lot happier since he left the royal family? Is Harry a lot happier since he left the royal family? Okay, so the first card I get is the Lovers. Now, you know, people look at the Lovers and they look at it as the literal meaning of the word, the Lovers, but actually the Lovers speaks about being total, and this is exactly what he has done. He has married Meghan and then began being completely and totally with what she demanded him to do. Now, this is about taking out what you don't need from your life, taking out what is redundant from your life. And it looks like for him, it was this choice between his wife and his family, and he had to make a choice. And usually when this card comes, it means that he made the easier choice. And the easier choice for him at that point of his life was to leave the royal family and make his wife happier. So it does look like he cut out the royal family out of his life because he looked at the royal life as redundant, as the royal family was redundant and something that he could live without. So this is the first card. Now the second card is the Knight of Wands. Okay, and the Knight of Wands, as I told you many times, is the knight that still looking for something that will ignite him. He is the, we can call him the aloof knight. He is not someone who is getting excited very easily. He's not enthusiastic very easily. He is looking for things to excite him, and because of that he has the tendency to miss opportunities. If a knight gets over his tendency to do whatever tendency that this knight has, and in this particular instance we're talking about the tendency to look for things that will ignite him and leave things behind him, so that like not finish things all the way through. So if he does get over that, he can become an ace, and he can become someone who can actually fulfill what he wants and what he wishes in the material world. But because he can't do that, and because the night has arrived, because he can't do that, then he has this way of missing the opportunities. And missing opportunities, it's not only missing opportunities with when we're talking about work or whatever it is, studies or things like that. It is also opportunities regarding his life and his life choices. And he keeps needing this excitement, and it does look like the whole debacles that is around him since he left the royal family is fulfilling this need of him to his need for excitement. He doesn't really want to be away from public life. It is all facade. He wants to be there. He wants to be in the public eye all the time. He wants to be famous. He wants to be talked about. This is exactly what he's looking for, and this is exactly what he wants, and maybe this is why he claims to be so much happier. But let's see what the other cards tell us. And the next card is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is the ace that deals with emotions and flow in the material world. So I would say that he does feel that he is able to renew his feelings, to actually this energy of freedom, this energy of abundance, this energy of believing that he deserves whatever the good things that are coming his way. He actually believes that. So he's saying that, and he believes that. He really believes that he's happier than he was before. And no matter how unhappy he looks, and no matter what is, he hasn't opened his eyes yet. And I think that I will do another spread maybe in the next few days, which is called opening your eyes, unmasking, unblinding yourself. So will he unblind himself in the near future? But it does look like he is feeling or believing himself, what he says. He believes what he says. So the next card is the Devil. And not very surprising, because the Devil is a card of darkness. This is a card of being submission to urges, submission to all kind of all kind of neglect, being carried away, losing control. This is a card of addiction. This is a card of sex, sometimes even without emotions. This is a card of solving relationship problems through sex. This is a card of lies. This is a card of wrong advice. And this card actually badly aspects all of the other cards we got here. So if we go back now and we look at the Ace of Cups, and he believes that he is able to renew and to make his feelings and make the flow real in the material world. But then it is badly aspected by the Devil. So what does it make it? So what is the bad aspects of the Ace of Cups that comes out when the Devil is there? So then we get fears. Then we get letting emotions control you, and acting without logic. Then we get instability and being passive, in passive false belief that everything will be fine. So, and this is also trusting the wrong people. And all of this is because we got the devil here. Now let's look at the Knight of Wands and how the devil influences him, because the Knight of Wands is not a very good card to begin with, but still has a good properties to it. But when it is that negatively aspected, first of all, he is unable to get over this need to find things that will excite him all the time. But this also speaks about quarrels, about separation, about being restless, self-destruction, impulsiveness, impatience, and this is also negatively aspected because of the devil. Now let's look at the lovers, and let's see how the lovers is being changed or being how do you say that? How the devil is changing the lover cards. So the lover negatively aspected, we're talking about someone who is hesitant, procrastinations, someone who is indecisive, making compromises all the time, letting others decide for him. So this is exactly what we see with Harry. So Harry does believe that he is so much happier, but the truth is that the devil is actually being there and controlling everything, and just making all of those false beliefs, making him falsely believe that he is happy, because the devil is turning every light into darkness. And if he does, and I have to tell you something about the devil. With every devil, there is a hierophant behind him. And if he does get over the devil, then the hierophant comes out. And the hierophant speaks about light and about doing the right thing, but it also speaks about getting rid, about a divorce. So the devil here is not here by chance, because I don't think that Harry actually is near divorce, but I do think that if he does get over this devil energy, the Hierophant will come out, and his eyes will open. And the last card we get is the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true. And this is another card that shows us that he is really believing that he is happy, because Nine of Cups is the card of happiness, of abundance, of wishes come true, of knowing how to accept abundance, success. But then when it is negatively aspected, we're talking about someone who needs all the time to prove himself. And I think that in this instance, he needs to prove himself to his wife, someone who is over materialistic, restless, and expecting success that will come even without effort. So all along, he does believe that he is happy. This is not saying it just because he wants others to believe it. He believes it himself, but he doesn't see the devil that is lurking there and just making him falsely believe in his happiness. Now let's see what the underlying energy is, and we get the King of Cups. And King of Cups is the card that is so much Harry, because King of Cups is the one who is the deprived one. He's motivated by the need for emotional stability. He is the one who is very connected to his immediate family, which means his wife and his children, but he's also all the time feeling that he is not getting what he deserves. He all the time feels that he deserves more. But when it is negatively aspected, we also see someone who is slow, lazy, staying all the time in the comfort zone, unable to get out of the comfort zone. Someone who has the tendency to get offended easily, is holding grudges, dependent, and another card of procrastination and difficulty in being independent. And this is something that he needs to be. He needs to be independent, but it is very difficult for him. And let's see what the oracle cards say. Now it is very difficult to shuffle them because of this beautiful heart shape, but it is very hard to shuffle. So I am just going to do a little bit of shuffling and see what we can learn about Harry. So Harry's true feelings, Harry's true feelings, Harry's true feelings. Okay. Now, usually it's very long messages, so let's see what we get. And we get a very sunny card that says, from your soul perspective, this life is just a page in the never-ending story, where you and those around you all have a specific role to play. Yet, remember, this role is not the real you, for you are much more than your personality and current circumstances. Your true immortal self cannot be defined. So this is a card that tells him that he is someone who is playing a role, and he needs to understand that this role is not who he himself is. And this is someone that he from his perspective, he really believes that he is happy. But this is a role that he is playing, and a role that is not his true self. So this is what the oracle says, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, write me a comment, write me an email, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.